Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are covering the FRQ from 2023, question number 4A, which asks us to find local extrema when given the graph of f prime. As always, please take a second to pause this video, read through the question, analyze the graph, and then meet me back here for the problem solve. Okay, so this question, again, we are looking for the relative min, max, or neither at x equals 6, which is right here. And this is very important. This is asking us if f has a relative min, max, or neither. What we are given is the graph of f prime. So that is my first note. It is super important to always read the title of your graph, because if you missed that, it would be really easy to get this question wrong and to mistakenly think it's the graph of f, and then you may think you have a relative minimum here just from looking at this, when you actually may or may not. We just don't know yet. We have to go through the problem and analyze it. Okay, so first let's talk about mins and maxes in general and what we're looking for. So let's just say we have a graph of something like this. So in this case, we would have a relative max here, relative max, and then we would have a relative min here. So what we notice about these is the slope over here is positive, right? So we have this positive slope. At this maximum point, it becomes 0, then it turns negative, then it hits 0 again where we have that minimum, and then it goes positive again. So a way of summarizing that is to find a relative max. What would happen is f prime would go, so f prime of x goes from positive to negative. For a relative min, f prime of x goes from negative to positive. So the key thing that we're looking for here is a sign change for f prime. So now let's relate this back to the graph of f prime over here on the left. So how we find sign changes on the graph of f prime is we have to look at the actual output values. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight everywhere f prime outputs positive values. So basically all of this here, here, not including 6 because it's 0 there. I just can't really distinguish that nicely using this computer drawing program. Okay, so everywhere I've kind of highlighted with this squiggly little line, this is where f prime is positive. And what does that tell us about f? Well, if f prime, which represents our derivative, which represents the slope, is greater than 0, that tells us everywhere with these squiggly lines for f is going to have a positive slope. So let's just say f has positive slope. Okay, and then down here in this area, I'm just going to kind of circle it to distinguish it down here. These are the negative values of f prime. So down here, this is where f has a negative slope. I'm going to repeat that one more time just because it's really, really important. So f prime represents the derivative, which gives us the slope of f. So when the output values of f prime are positive, that tells us f has a positive slope, and when the output values or y values of f prime are negative, that tells us that f has a negative slope. So now let's go ahead and go back and let's actually solve part A. So when x equals 6, what are we looking for? Well, in order for a relative minimum or maxima to occur, we're looking for a sign change. However, in this case, it's positive. It looks like it is 0 here, and then it's positive again. So we don't have a sign change. So how we would answer this is we would say f does not have a relative min nor a relative max at x equals 6 because f prime of x does not change signs. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.